Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we finally have the box that it feels like is gonna be released between the 30th of April and the first day of May. So we have no new official announcement in game. So of course, before giving you an exact date, we have to wait for the in-game messages. But now we have the exact list of the mini box, so it's gonna be, as you can see here, a mini box, and a lot of the cards that were leaked. I told you guys already that Ancient Gear were 99% about to come because we have a skill. I already told you about the skill that was leaked. So, whenever you see a skill related to the archetype, we know the cards are coming, right? So now it's just a matter of which cards. But apparently, it seems like all of the cards that we saw yesterday are actually coming to the game in this mini box. And there's a nice surprise, as you can see here, but before jumping right to guys, just a quick reminder, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. The name of the set, of course, thanks to random plugs for the leaks, the name of the set is History of the Victor. So it's a mini box as said, and we got odd dice stuff, but that was almost guaranteed as well because we have a skill that works for Pendulum, actually a couple of them, so we were more than sure that Pendulum support would have come into this mini box. And then the surprise is EXORSISTERS. I mean, kind of a surprise, because as I told you guys, EXORSISTERS was already leaked in the previous set of leaks that we had, I think 3 or 4 months ago. And another thing that I wanted to, spoil to you straight away is this card that a lot of people were afraid would have not come, Ancient Gear Fusion. Ancient Gear Fusion was not leaked in the yesterday set of leaks. We didn't see Ancient Gear Fusion. People were afraid that Ancient Gear Fusion would have not come today. But the thing is that, as I told you, as I actually answered to the comments, the Ancient Gear Fusion was leaked before, so in the previous set of leaks. So I was sure that Ancient Gear Fusion would have come here. And also another good news, it's just a rare card, it's not a UR, not an SR, so we're just chilling. So let's just jump right into it. We have the Ancient Gear Dark Golem, so this is the UR of the box. We know this guy very nice. Every time he's normal or special, you get to grab a couple of cards of Ancient Gear cards and or Gear Town. And you have to discard a card there. And he actually gets called Ancient Gear Golem while on the field or in the grave. Then we got EXORSISTERS Magnifica, so very nice. I'm not sure this is the. I mean, it is the boss, but I think EXORSISTERS are missing something. Maybe it's an Xyz. I'm not sure about that though, because I never played EXORSISTERS in Master Duel. So 2 rank 4, so it should be pretty easy to summon, right? And that's very good because it's a 2800 attack and defense. It can attack twice, and it is a non-targeting quick effect banish. So that's, wow, one of the best removal, right? Once per turn quick effect, detach one, banish one card your opponent controls. That means it does not target. It does not need to be face up, face down, so you can banish anything. Field spell, drop card, spell card, monster, set or face up, we don't care. Wow. Plus, it has something else. When your opponent activates a card or effect, so in response to something, you can return one Xyz monster attached to this card. So I think there's gonna be a way to summon this on top of another Xyz, and you detach an Xyz, and you can special summon from your extra deck using this face-up card you control, so you rank up Xyz straight away. Of course, it could be a nice way to dodge any effect, any back row that targets this card, so interesting. I think you can chain both the effects, so technically, for example, you could banish, you can activate the effects to banish, right? Let's suppose your opponent activates a Vader to negate this, and you respond, yeah, you actually can respond with this, so you dodge the Veiler and you still get the banish, plus an Xyz summon on top of this, and that's very nice. And the last UR is Odd Eyes Venom Dragon. So This was another card that was leaked because this is in the skill as well. So what's with this is that it can actually gain attack, and it can, with the skill this can attack directly if I'm not wrong. So that's what's very nice about this. So for the SR instead, we have the Ancient Gear Advance, very good card, because as some of you was making me notice in the comments of yesterday video, you can basically get the catapult with this. So you start with the advance, you get the catapult, you pop this with the catapult to get the effect out of the catapult, and wow, and that's it. So very nice card, the advance. Also, yes, the other effect, you can tribute one monster, draw one card, and apply this effect for the rest of the turn. Like you have, you can normal summon an Ancient Gear Golem or level 5 or higher monster that mentions it without tributing. Very nice. And it also has the restrictions as most of the Ancient Gear cards, that you cannot set cards the turn you activate this card. Then we have Sakirama, level 4, cannot be special summoned. It's a spirit, okay, makes sense, because we know there is a spirit skill that is coming, so that definitely makes sense. And what it does is you can use each of once per turn in the end phase, return this card to hand as all of the spirit. You can only use each of the following once per turn. You can reveal this card in your hand after this effect resolves. Normal summon one spirit monster from your hand. So it's an additional normal summon with this in your hand. Very nice. If this card is tributed, target one spirit monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Makes sense. Like, I don't know if we have spirit that just tributes one, so maybe you can just normal summon Sakitama with its own effect, then tribute it to summon something else. So now I have nothing in mind, but I guess we definitely have some level 5 or 6 spirit monster to normal summon. And then we have the Witch Point. This is not... Is this new? Yep, it is. If your opponent controls 3 or more monsters, choose one of them and make your opponent send either it or all other monsters they control to grave. So that's actually a new staple that could make a lot of difference here. 3 or more monsters though in dueling is gonna be a little bit tougher. Like, I mean, not that really, as we have the 3 slots plus the extra deck slots, so it makes sense, I think. And yeah, make your opponent send either it or all other monsters to the grave. So it's just kind of a choice. Wow, that's interesting. And I think this is very good because you choose one of them. You choose one of them, but if your opponent decides to send the other one, I don't think they feel like targeted. So you just target the one you choose. So that's interesting actually. So what I'm thinking is, if your opponent has an unaffected monster, unaffected by card effects, and another one is that can be targeted or can be affected, and you target with Witch Point the one that can be targeted, if your opponent decides to send the unaffected, it can definitely do it, because the card does not affect the monster but the player. So wow. At least it's just for the targeting part that it affects the monster, but for the sending part, the sending to grave part, it actually affects the player, and that's nice. Returnia, Exorcister Returnia, it's a normal trap card. If all monsters you control are Exorcister, pay 800 LP, then target one card your opponent controls in the graveyard, banish it, then you can apply one of the following effects. Okay. Immediately if this effect resolves, exceeds someone an Exorcister exceeds monster. Nice. So it's a quick exceed. If you exceed someone this turn, banish one card your opponent controls. It's just one of the following effects. Okay, okay. So you either banish one more card, or you excel exceeds. Let's say it this way. Very nice. Beyond the Pendulum, link monster to affect monster including a pendulum. If this card is linked someone to the extra monster zone, you can pay 1200 LP, add one pendulum monster from your deck to your hand, but for the rest of this turn, you cannot activate monster effects. Also, the effect of cards in your pendulum zone are negated until you pendulum summon. Okay, I guess that could be some cheesy effect, negating your pendulum effect to do something, you know, something nice, I guess. If 2 monsters with different original levels are pendulum summoned at the same time, you can target 2 cards on the field, destroy them. 2. So if your opponent is just 1, you have to target one of your own. So wait a minute, but it says for the rest of this turn, You cannot activate monster effect. Also, the pendulum zones are negated. So even the you cannot activate monster effect is always until you pendulum summon. So you just have to pendulum summon and then you can do everything. So that's the thing. Okay, that makes sense. At this point, that is good. Exorcister packs, quick spell, during the main phase, pay 800, add one Exorcister card from your deck to your hand, except Exorcister packs. Then, if you added a monster by this effect, you can special summon it if the other Exorcister monster mentioned on it is on your field or graveyard. Oh, interesting. It's a quick play, so you can special summon it, so it makes sense. You can special summon it, for example, if you activate this during your opponent's turn. Okay, interesting. Guys, I'm not gonna give you immediate combos with the Exorcister because I never was a player of Exorcister, so I don't know. Sky Striker Ziki. So Konami goes on with this thing of spreading all of the Sky Striker cards among different boxes. At least it's an SR. So 2 monsters, what it does must be link summoned, 1500, it's dark. You can only special summon once per turn. If this card is link summoned, you can target one face-up monster on the field, banish it into your opponent's next end phase, okay? Once per turn, you can target one card you control, this card gains 1000 attack, then send the targeted card to the grave. Makes sense, it's good, I guess. Especially if you summoned, actually 2 monsters, wait, I was thinking about the effect of Ray, to summon these during your opponent's turn, but technically you can't, I think. At least it's tough, because it's 2 monsters, so... Okay, but I guess these can still help with the OTK, right? Because you banish a monster until your opponent's next end phase, it kind of makes sense. Okay, then we have the Odd Dice Dissolver. This was another of the card leaked. This is for the Fusion Summon, okay. It's level 8. Pendulum skill 4, so both as a skill and as a monster you can use the effect of fusion summoning, okay. And then Odd Dice Persona Dragon, as a skill, this says if your opponent activates the card effect this turn that target one Odd Dice Pendulum monster you controlled and no other cards, special summon this card, and if you do, place one face-up Odd Dice Pendulum monster from the extra in your Pendulum Zone, okay, it's special summon itself. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target on a face-up monster that on the field that was special summoned from the extra deck. It has its effect negated until the end of the turn, so it's a quick negation, very nice. Special summon from the Pendulum skill and quick because it's a level 5 actually. It's actually a skill 1, so it's pretty interesting, pretty cool card actually. Negation, interesting. And then we have, this is a reprint, the Gizmekuka, okay, reprint of this. Nice. These are where the DSR. So let's see actually what we have among the rare. We have the statue. We have the Ancient Gear Duel Limited 1. Oh wow! I mean, it makes sense though. It makes so much sense to limit 1 this on release. The Commander. No, Sulfur. Wow. It's a new thing, okay. More Exorcister cards. A lot of Exorcister cards actually. Ancient Gear Fusion, so we know that. What else? Some reprints here and there. A lot of Exorcister stuff. I just know that these things can control the graveyard basically, so they're gonna be annoying to face 100%. 100%. There's tons of them. I wanted to see actually the Ancient Gear stuff. The dragon also, so we have the negation ready. So yeah, the dragon is here, the thinker. Oh, also the ballista is here. We have everything. We also have the ballista. Wow, that's interesting. Odd Dice Phantom Dragon, what is this about? Inflicts battle damage to your opponent by attacking. You can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the number of Odd Dice cards in your Pendulum Zone per 1200. I guess this will be fixed, right? There's no way. Otherwise, this could be just you know, a first and kill deck. Snowblow Hostile Rustle. It's actually an entrap. Then you can summon this card and destroy as many cards in your spell trap zone as possible. And oh wow, it's a 3K that special summon itself from the hand. Wow, that's beautiful, I guess. More Sulfur Core card. The tanker, do we need something else for the... No, I guess we have everything. I don't think there's something missing for the Mirage Dragon. I don't think we have any Ancient Gear stuff missing. No, there's everything. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we should be okay with this. And what else? No, that's it. That's it, guys. I think Exorcist is gonna be very good. You know, a non-targeting banish is gonna be nuts. Trust me, it's gonna be nuts. Non-targeting banish is gonna make a lot of difference here. I think this is a way whole other level of interrupting. We're going like keep in mind the only thing that could banish without targeting was where Trishula. That was pretty tough to set up, and the Tri-Brigade stuff. So now we have Exorcist that should be super easy. I mean, technically, even the Tri-Brigade Link monster is easy to summon for that deck, but I think with Exorcist it's gonna be even easier probably. So wow, definitely one. Then we have the other one because we're not done yet, guys. We have some leaks about more cards coming. Burning Draw. Wow, very nice. Except Fire Monsters, the Zebroid. This is gonna be leaked in the 2 set, and then there's something else on Mirage. Oh, this is the guy that's... No. No, I actually mistook that for something else. Secured Gardener. You take no effect damage for the rest of this turn, we don't care. So yeah, the two things are Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon that is simply nuts. And it's gonna be limited 1, I guess, of course. Why? Because this says Odd Eyes monsters plus Pendulum monsters, so we can try to put this in something else. But when this card is special summoned, you can target on one opponent's face up attack position monster, return it to the hand. And when so it's a bouncer when you summon it, so if you summon this for Negro Fusion, for example, if that's possible. And when a spell trap card or another monster effect is activated, so this is an Omni negation, you can shuffle one face up Pendulum monster from your extra deck into the deck, negate the activation if you do destroy the card. So it's an Omni negation plus destruction. It's kind of like Crystal Wing, but better. I mean, you know, it's better because it's Omni negation, like you can negate everything, but he needs a Pendulum monster to shuffle from your extra deck to grave. But with the skill, it's gonna be so easy because we're gonna have skills that put stuff on your Pendulum, on your extra deck, so it makes sense. Wow, the stats are pretty good also. And then we have, this is not gonna be limited. This feels like what, Felgrun for, it's a better Felgrun for machines. Wow, but this is 3200 attack 4k. Oh my cheese. 2 level 10 monsters, so I mean, for the trains, it's super good. I don't know if even if in Machina we can do this. I mean, there's a chance to summon a couple of Citadel, but I'm not sure though. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card and then target one face-up monster on the field. The target is unaffected by card effects except its own until the end of this turn. So wow. And of course you can target also itself, so wow. You know, even with Felgrun you can make something unaffected, but the downside was that you had to negate his effect. With this instead you just make it unaffected, so wow. Definitely something to say. Some sleeves, the skills are here, but we know this, we already saw this. Wow, that's brilliant. That's brilliant, and I love this. There's a lot of good stuff to come, and it makes sense, you know why? Because I think this is the last box before the words, before the actually the KC Cup that gives you the chance to qualify for the words. So it definitely makes sense to this to be good, you know. So wow, Exorcists in my opinion are gonna be meta, guys. Let's be honest, are gonna be meta because this is just too much. Like quick banish, quick non-targeting banish. Come on, be serious. Even though I'm not sure they have negation, that's the only thing I'm afraid of. I don't think if I've missed something. Maybe you can tell me in the comments if they have a sort of negation, but maybe not. And probably the thing for Exorcist will be trying to find a way to sneak in a negation somehow. I don't know about Pendulum, because, you know, Pendulum are always tougher to go with. We have to see also the skill, how much of an impact it's gonna have. I think Engine Gear could make actually an appearance here in this meta. I'm not sure how good they're gonna be, but I guess, guys, as always, wait for the content creator to spend their gems and wait a week so that the meta settles, and we'll see what actually is going to be the best stack of the mini box. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. That was everything for today. What a week this was. We had a lot of stuff coming, and yep, thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.